Hey, it's Jay. I hope everyone's having a great day and staying safe. I want to say thanks first for checking out the channel. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. We'd really appreciate that. It helps us to be able to keep making videos to try and help you guys out with your skills. If you're new to the channel, a little bit about me. I served as the training sergeant over a large police motorcycle detail for many years. I've been a police motor instructor for approximately 10 years, and I have multiple certifications as a police motor instructor, as well as a certification as an MS instructor here in Texas. Now, before we begin this video, there's a lot of information in this video. I'm going to tell you that heads up. I'm trying to get a lot of information out to you guys, so it takes time. My goal in this video, as well as teaching those who train with me, is not only how to ride with total control and proficiency, but how to practice correctly and apply the practice to real-world scenarios. Now, lots of folks spend time practicing slow speed skills but never really master them. And I found that it's due really to missing the small things in their practice sessions. I always hear about the friction zone, RPMs, and the rear brake use and looking where you want to go. But there's other things that are important that you must identify in your learning to master these skills that will help you easily move forward with them. Now, I do train riders from all over who come to Houston, Texas to train with me. And I get calls and emails asking if I offer training, which I do here in Houston, Texas. I do not travel to provide training at this time, though I receive calls weekly to do so. If you're interested in training with me and want more information, just email me at txamct@gmail.com and we will get that information to you. Once again, that email is txamct@gmail.com. I'm really excited about today's video. This is the second video of my wife, Tanya, learning how to operate a motorcycle. In the first video, she was learning on a Harley 500, and after spending about 8 hours on that bike, she is now transferring those skills in training over to this police electric glide I'm sitting on. Now, the skills you develop should transfer quickly over to any bike you operate. If you didn't see her first video on the 500, Tanya's 5'2", she has neck and back issues, so we have to contend with those issues in her training, so she can only train about an hour or two at a time. Now, this video shows her very first hour of training on this electric glide. It's not all perfect during the first hour, but again, this is her first hour of training and riding this electric glide after spending only 8 hours on a small 500, and she is using total clutch control to do the maneuvers that you will see her doing, no throttle and no rear brake. Now, in this first hour of training, she completes 18-foot tight circles, 18-foot U-turns, and the 12-foot motor officer cone weave using total clutch control that she developed on the 500. It really doesn't matter what bike you're on, your skills should easily transfer once again. Now, a couple of issues she had during this first hour was the seat that we had on the bike really affected her position and her reach. We have since remedied that with a seat bracket my buddy and I designed for her, which has worked out perfectly for her in her training since this first hour was taken, and we are planning on making those available to other riders who need to adjust their saddle position based on their height. Now, for those who say you should never control a bike without using the throttle to raise your RPMs or without dragging the rear brake to make turns, I gotta say, you just don't know what you don't know. Now, let me give you just one example among many why you should develop total clutch control first. Not only is it easier to learn slow speed skills when you have total control of your clutch, but what happens if your throttle goes out? I mean, have you ever been in limp mode without a throttle on a Harley? Think that one through. You talk about needing clutch control. Try being miles from a dealership while having to go across a major metropolitan area with tons of red light intersections. I've been there, done that. No throttle means you need total clutch control. Now, we've had many tenured riders who have watched Tanya operate the bike, and they've asked her how she was able to gain such control to be able to do these slow speed confined space maneuvers so quickly. And her response was, once she saw that the bike was protected with the motorcycle drop guards installed, after dropping it several times, She was able to remove the fear of dropping and damaging the bike from her mind, and at that point it made a huge difference in her being able to relax and just be able to concentrate on the skills. And that's true, guys. When the fear of dropping and damaging your motorcycle is gone, it's amazing how you're able just to concentrate on the skills you're trying to learn. The motorcycle drop guards have been used to make a huge difference for thousands of riders around the world, professional and novice, including motor officers all over the place. So if you or anyone else you may know would like to ride safer, more proficiently, without the fear of dropping and damaging your bike while practicing, definitely check out the motorcycledropguards.com website and share that information with your fellow riders. Now in this video, I want you to try to identify the factors that, other than those pointed out in the screen information, that cause Tanya to mess up. I have given you some written hints in the video, but remember, there's no throttle or rear brake being used, so that's not going to be a contributor in what you're seeing. And also look beyond the basics of head turns and looking where you want to go and saddle position, as those factors have already been pointed out. Now, let me explain one last thing. There are times when the sound in the video goes off, and that's because I'm coaching her with information I use and I don't release, so please understand that. I've been teaching this method for about 13 years, and there's nobody else teaching total clutch control like I do. Though I am starting to hear and see training courses moving towards it, as well as many who have already moved away from teaching students to rely on dragging the rear brake and using high RPMs of 1500 to 2000 at the beginning. So I don't want things misinterpreted, so I turn the mic off at times. I hope you guys really enjoy this video, and hopefully you'll see that how quickly and easily even a new rider can learn to control a big bike at slow speeds, especially when the fear of dropping and damaging the bike is removed with the use of motorcycle drop guards, and with the technique of learning total clutch control first, and then adding proper throttle engagement, and then proper use of the rear brake as needed. Until next time, be good to one another, train hard, ride safe. God bless America. Now let's get to it. I hope you enjoy it. We'll see you next time. This is Tanya's first time to do tight circles on this big bike. She's been on this bike about 10 minutes. Engage the clutch. Ride out. She's not using any rear brake. She's using her clutch only. Look at her right foot, it's not on the brake. Guys, this is like 20 minutes into this now. Engage that clutch. Right in straight, right in straight. You start turning, just keep turning as hard as you can. And there she goes. There she goes. Hey, I got it. No, because with your neck and back, we're not gonna.
No, but if I were to drop by myself, I want to be.
Well, you're not gonna be by yourself.
But still.
I can't afford any more doctor bills. Here. Your neck and your back, you can't. Look, if you're out by yourself, which you're not gonna be, you'll get some help. Okay.
I think girl. I think girl.
All right. Rock it up. All right, do it again. Come on, turn. There you go. Comes the 12-foot cone weave. This is our first hour of training on the electric glide. We'll see how she does. Clutch only. She hit that one. Go. Hit that one. Hit that one. All right. Make sure you're controlling that clutch. There you go. You hit one cone, but that's okay. Nicely done. You even did the camera.